Hello children, welcome back to my talks, and here again I'm there with 12th biology, okay, molecular basis of inheritance, and today we are going to do, after Hershey and Chase experiment in the last class, today properties of genetic material. Now which all are genetic material? DNA and RNA is the genetic material. Now DNA is found as genetic material in most of the organisms, while RNA in some viruses, some bacteriophages, like that. Okay, so RNA is less of genetic material in fewer organisms, but that is primitive. Okay, and DNA normally in all the organisms. Now here for the properties of genetic material, okay, DNA as a genetic material is hence proved with the help of Hershey and Chase experiment. The search of the genetic material, that also you did, Fred Griffith and that experiment. Okay, so that experiment we found out that there's something which acts as a genetic material. The other experiment, Hershey and Chase, DNA is the genetic material, and now the properties of genetic material. Okay, so there are around four properties, and I'll elaborate on that. So the first one is that if any, like you can say a protein or DNA or RNA, whatever it is, if we want to put it under genetic material, it should qualify these four properties. The first one is it should be able to generate its replica. Now children, when we talk about DNA, okay, earlier when I said about DNA, I'll just rub some of the things so that I can make you understand. Okay. So when we talked about DNA, I told you that like this it goes, no? Okay, or let me open it up, it will be like this. Okay, so adenine will always go with thymine, guanine will always go with cytosine, thymine will always go with adenine, okay, and again cytosine will always go with guanine. So this is how it goes. So this is complementarity. Like if one strand is also there, it can form the other strand. This is the complementarity. You can say this is again a property of these nucleic acids. Okay, so the genetic materials you can say. So adenine, if adenine is there, it can always form the other strand. Because adenine is there, it requires thymine only as its pair. Okay, for guanine it is cytosine, for thymine adenine, and cytosine guanine. Okay, so this is how the same goes with RNA. So here it proves true that it can produce, or it can generate, you can say, its own replica. It can undergo replication, it can duplicate, and it can form another complementary strand of its own. So that is what is the first property. So both of them, DNA and RNA, both stand true for this. The second one is that it should be chemically and structurally stable. Now here there is a little a problem. Yes, it is chemically and structurally stable. First let me talk about Fred Griffith's experiment, children. There, yes, it was stable, because if you remember, when it was heat killed, smooth walled heat killed, okay, what it was, still it had something into it which could convert the rough walled into smooth walled, isn't it? So the DNA itself was not killed. The DNA which was there as a genetic material, that did not got killed. So it was stable. So here it proves that it is stable. DNA is stable. And when we talk about this, you know, RNA, okay, RNA normally at the second position, when we take the structure of RNA, at the second position OH group is present at the nucleotide, and this presence of this OH group, okay, makes it more reactive. So again, if the question is asked for your medical entrance also, that which of the genetic material is more reactive, it is RNA which is more reactive, not the DNA. DNA is the genetic material, okay. RNA is also a genetic material, but most of the organisms it is DNA. But which is more reactive? It is RNA which is more reactive. So this OH group provides quite a lot of property to RNAs. So the first one is that it is more reactive, okay. It also acts as a catalyst, okay. It is catalytic also. So it possesses catalytic properties also, and it is easily degradable. Okay, it can be broken off, and once it is broken off, it is degraded. Now one more thing over here, children, I would like to say that for DNA strand, DNA is always double strand and RNA is single stranded. So this double strand, when this particular strand, if high temperature is provided to this DNA strand, okay, what does it do? It gets separated. Both the strands get separated. But as soon as it comes back to the normal temperature, okay, again it comes back and it intertwines around each other. Okay, it forms the helix coil. So that is again, that shows more of stability, okay, for DNAs. Got it? I hope you understood that RNA का क्या क्या है. RNA, that OH position, OH group at the second end, okay, at all the nucleotides, okay, makes it more reactive, more catalytic and more degradable. Okay, and DNA normally it is less reactive and hence it is more structurally stable. I told you about Fred Griffith also, that experiment also shows that it is more stable. Got it? So chemically and structurally, DNA is more stable. Okay, and one more thing, thymine and uracil, if you talk about here, I have talked about DNA. So thymine and adenine. In RNA, instead of thymine, we have uracil. So RNA और DNA में एक difference है कि when we talk about RNA, suppose I am talking about an RNA strand. So RNA का here it will be adenine. Suppose it is guanine, then it will be uracil. So adenine, suppose it has to form a replica, so it will form another replica with uracil. Guanine will form cytosine and uracil will form adenine. So thymine के जगह uracil आ जाता है RNA में. So the presence of thymine in DNA also provides stability to DNA. Got it? So note down the points while you are listening the lectures. Also sit with the notebook and note down the points. What all the properties provide stability to DNA. Okay, so the presence of this thymine also, instead of uracil, presence of thymine in DNA provides stability to DNA. Okay, and this is also, that also provides it the best of the storage material, okay, for genetic information. So that is the storage, that is the one which stores all the genetic information. And when we talk about the RNAs are best for transmission of genetic material. Got it? So this is DNAs when we talk about the DNA is for storage of genetic material. When we talk about RNA is for transmission. Now RNA का और एक property है, that is protein synthesis. It also helps in protein synthesis. Okay, so protein synthesis वाला formation, that is completely RNA's department. Got it? So this second. Then provide scope for mutation required for evolution. Yes, both of them can readily mutate, can readily bring about little changes so that complete evolution can be seen in a particular organism. So both of them, both DNA and RNA hold true over here. They provide space for little changes. They undergo mutation so that a completely new species, a complete evolved species can take place. Okay. Now, able to express in Mendelian characters. Yes, both RNA and DNA when we talk about Mendelian characters, when we talked about, yes, it was the these, when we talked about the genes, we talked about the chromosomes, we talk about the factors. Okay, there is something which acts as the transmission, which acts as the storage of genetic information, and that genetic, when I said 23 pairs of chromosomes, okay, when we talk about the gametes, the transfer of one pair of the characters, you can say one pair of chromosomes. Okay, 23, 46 chromosomes hai, to gametes 23, male will take, 23 female will take, and finally the zygote will have 46 chromosomes. So again, the DNAs are present into that. The DNA is the storage of genetic information. So that is what it is also able to express itself in Mendelian characters. So here again the DNA holds true. So when it is asked which is the best of genetic material, okay, definitely it is the DNA, RNA or DNA mein, it is, because it should be able to generate its replica. Here both of them hold true. Okay, able to express in Mendelian, well, here but it is at this place, okay, this place where it proves that it is the DNA which is the best of genetic material, or DNA is considered to be a better genetic material as compared to RNA. So quite many questions can be asked from this particular section. Okay, hope you must have understood, children. I think I've covered the whole thing. Okay, and nothing is left over here. Yes. Okay, so next we'll do some other experiment, that is RNA world and replication. That topic I'll take, and as I'm taking just small topics so that it's easier for you to do for preparing of your boards, for preparation of your NEET exams. Okay, so do keep watching the videos, okay, sharing it with your friends, giving a big thumbs up. I know you watch, you don't put thumbs up. Do comment as well, children. Do write something. Okay, if you have understood, write you have understood. If it's a good video for you, useful one, do write it. Okay, thank you for watching.